Hey y'all, it's Life with J. Nicole. This is like a welcome back. Where you been at, girl? We ain't seen you in a minute because you really haven't. I haven't posted a video since I don't know. It was like a 7 month update to my move in Dallas, and lots have changed since then. Let's just get started. Off rip. I do not live in Dallas anymore. I live in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for 9 months as of yesterday. Today's January 8th. So yesterday, the 7th, was my birthday, cap season. Also, it made the 9 month anniversary of me being in Atlanta. And honestly, my whole idea when I started this YouTube channel was to document my experiences while I was in Dallas. Like, I wanted to show the drive. I just had so many like ideas, and I had a vision, and I strayed away from that. Honestly, like I procrastinated. I always put it off. Like, oh, I'll record later. Nobody cares. Nobody knows me. Like, and I really just want to get away from that. Also, with it being a new year, we all make like these resolutions at the beginning. We don't stick to them, but I want people to hold me accountable. Listen, if there's anybody, right now I don't have that many subscribers, which is fine. If there's anybody who, wants to hold me accountable, I don't care, man or woman. I put my Instagram. Y'all can follow me on Instagram anyway. I want you to hold me accountable. Tell me that you finna hold me accountable. Ask me, where's the content, sis? We haven't gotten a video. Just to keep me on and keep me honest. I want to do this. I have things that I want to talk about, especially like with the industry that I work in now. I've been so inspired to kind of get into like financial literacy and just helping people in the community like understand things that I didn't understand before, that I had no like desire to really learn. Like, I'm like, if it doesn't apply to me directly, I don't care so much. And I think a lot of times like people give off advice when it comes to like financial stuff. They'll tell you like, oh, here's a savings guide, and they give you like this picture, like, okay, if you save like $200 a week and you do this for this amount of months, you'll have X amount of dollars after 6 months. And I understand that that's just not realistic for everybody. So I just have ideas and visions that I want to actually put out there, and I will start. But this video right now is more so just like an update video. So, okay, I moved to Atlanta. I'm literally in Atlanta right now as we speak. Let's talk about what happened. So, last video I said, oh, it's a 7 month update. I live in Dallas. Things are going well. I have no regrets. And it's so funny that this first video back, I'm like, yeah, I don't live there no more. But seriously, what happened was I just was not feeling it no more. Like, I told myself I was going to at least try to stay there a year. And then if I really wasn't feeling it, then move. But honestly, and this can apply to any situation in your life. A lot of times we feel like we have to stick with something just because like, oh, other people know about it, or you don't want it to look crazy, or you feel bad for not meeting the target that you might have set for yourself. But when you are uncomfortable, you have to remove yourself from that situation. And I was uncomfortable. Not to say that Dallas is bad. That's one thing I cannot say. It was not bad. I think it's a great area. I think it's a great city for me personally to visit. Just me living there it was not for me. But there are people that have moved there that have had wonderful experiences, and it's not to take away from that. It's just to speak on my experience. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I didn't really live in the city of Dallas. I lived in Fort Worth. Okay, so you could probably cancel everything right now once I just said that. Sorry if you live there and you love your city. It's no shade. But it just didn't work for me. It just was not working out. And I'm not even going to get too much into that. So yeah, I left Dallas. I'm in the same industry. I'm still in finance. But I took another position. It's better overall, all around. I love my job. Like, when I say I love my job, I love my job. I love the people that I work with. Shout out to them. I just love everything. I love the autonomy that I have. I love the fact that I'm able to learn so much. And if I want to do something, I get the backing of my managers, like snap of the finger, literally. Like, they are awesome, amazing. I'm so blessed and grateful to be in a situation that I'm in right now, as far as work goes. So I love my job. One thing I want to talk about, because in my first video, when I moved to Dallas, I was saying how I gave some tips, like, all right, this is what you want to do as far as saving, as far as finding an apartment, et cetera, et cetera. I want to talk about the finding an apartment thing, because I moved a little bit differently this time. When I moved to Atlanta, Instead of immediately signing a lease, I rented an Airbnb. I rented a room from a woman for 1 month, just to kind of, start myself off, get a few paychecks, and get in a routine, start to understand the city. Excuse me. And actually, that situation turned into me renting a studio apartment that she had created, fully furnished and everything. And I signed like a mini lease for 6 months. And I told myself, around the 6 month mark in Dallas was when I knew like this probably isn't going to go too far. So I felt like, 6 months in Atlanta, I should know like, is this going down the same route or am I feeling it? So that was perfect because, like I said, it was fully furnished. I didn't have to worry about buying anything. I didn't have to worry about doing anything. And it was like a one fee, like the same as how I was with Airbnb. I didn't pay internet, water, cable separately. All of that was in this one flat fee that I paid every month. And it was very, very, very affordable. So that was perfect. And I would actually recommend that. Unless you like really know, like I want to live in this exact area, I would now update my advice to say rent an Airbnb. Even if you don't do it for 6 months, do it for at least a month, maybe 2. Really get a feel for your commute, because one thing about Atlanta is there is traffic. People are not lying when they say it's a lot of traffic. Thankfully, though, I now live basically in the same city that I work in. I work, play, and all of that in the same little circle. So my drive to work is 9 minutes out. 9 minutes. Okay. So I don't deal with traffic, coming or going. Like I get off at 5, I'm home by like 5:11, 5:12, and that's because of lights. And I'm not lying about that, no exaggeration. So I don't deal with the traffic. And then when I go out, like if I go out at nighttime, it's not that bad for the traffic anyway. And then on the weekends, I am blessed. I just don't deal with the traffic. But there is a lot of traffic. If I do randomly have to go like downtown or something like that, I would absolutely experience the traffic. So that's very real. And then, so yeah, I just feel like if you can, try to rent an Airbnb. You don't have to jump into moving into an apartment unless that's your whole thing. Like if you feel like, no, I'm not going to live in somebody else's house or whatever your reserves are, I get it. But if you want to take a piece of advice from me as somebody who's done both, I would absolutely go with how I did my Atlanta move and rent an Airbnb. Okay, I was just looking at my notes because I wanted to talk about everything that happened. One thing I would say, when I was telling people that I was going to move to Atlanta, everybody wanted to feed me with these, like, they just want to feed my head with nonsense. Like, they wanted to tell me, like, oh, don't move. You're going to have a hard time dating. And there's a lot of men that are undercover. There's not a lot of men, period. And it's just like, number one, do not move for people. Do not move for people. Okay? Do not move for people. I understand that a lot of people aspire for marriage, and you want partnership, and that's very understandable. It's natural. But I don't think you should move to a city with your biggest thing being, will I be able to date here? Will I find a man or a woman here? That stuff will come. My experience is so far dating in Atlanta, it feels the same as if I was in Tampa, as if I was in Dallas. Like, my experiences are all the same. A man is a man is a man. Okay. And they act the same no matter where I've been. So I honestly cannot say that, oh my gosh, there's not a lot of men here. Like, they're everywhere. So please don't put that in your mind. Don't let people fill your mind up with nonsense. Like, and who cares if there are gay men here? Like, okay, and let them live their life. Like, if just who cares? Like, you can have a great experience living here. I personally, so far, it's only been 9 months, but so far, I disagree with all of that. What else did I hear about moving to Atlanta? Oh, people have this idea that Atlanta is very cheap. Those are the people who live 45 minutes away from Atlanta and don't live in Atlanta. Kind of how, when I say I live in Dallas, but I really lived in Fort Worth. That's what happened. Somebody lives in Decatur or Snellville or like Tucker, and they'll say they live in Atlanta, and it's like, it's not the same. It's not the same. So yes, it is very cheap if you go outside the city, but if you live in the city, you're going to pay just like it is everywhere else. Like, it's just as expensive. But anyway, yeah, this is just my update video. I just wanted to kind of get back, tell y'all what's been going on. Hold me accountable. Like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want to hold me accountable, please do that, because I have a lot that I want to talk about. I just want to use my channel to, you know, talk about experiences that I've had, things that are currently going on. I want to be able to touch on that. I just have a vision and I want to stick to it, and I'm going to hold myself accountable always. But, you know, sometimes we need the extra push from other people, like, where's that, sis? Where's that? So anyway, this was just my update. If y'all have any questions about my move to Atlanta, or my move to and from Dallas, because again, I moved from Tampa to Dallas, Dallas to Atlanta, and now I'm in Atlanta, and I'm here to stay, okay? Here to stay. I did not wink right. But anyway, yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. Follow me on Instagram. I'll leave that in the description box. Leave me comments, whatever you want to say, and I will absolutely respond, because your girl is back.